G'day everyone and welcome to another video. In this video we're catching up with Chace and we're heading out west to go for a dive for crayfish. Chace has got a customary permit and we're gathering for his uncle's 50th birthday party. Oh yeah, we're in this place again. Woohoo! Yeah, out for a bit of a mush. Got the bro Chace here. Yeah,
let's go.
And we've actually got a permit today, so we're gathering for a birthday. So we've got a permit. We're gonna get down there, get into it. Crays, Paua, fish, you know the deal. We're out there, we're doing it. Yeah. So we enjoyed a beautiful drive down the track and out onto the beach. I always love coming over the sandhill here and the vista of the beach just opening up in front of us. And yeah, we just made our way along to the end of the beach and found us a nice little park up spot. Alrighty, we're down here. Nice cruisy trip down. We're gonna get suited up, get out there, get into it. Let's go.
You.
So we had pretty good conditions this day. It was pretty windy, but the wind was all offshore and the ocean conditions were actually really nice, quite good viz, and pretty much ideal really. So we just basically got straight out, headed out into a little bit deeper water here where we're more likely to find crayfish, and I just got straight into looking for them. So this sort of ground looks pretty ideal, lots of ledges and stuff like that. Lots of deep cracks for the crayfish to hide under. And after a little while, I found a crack that held a reasonable number of crayfish. So this was my second dive on the crack. I'd found the crack, but I was out of breath. I didn't have time to grab a crayfish, so I came down here and yeah, put my fingers on the rock and just give them a bit of a wriggle, and that makes the crayfish a little bit more comfortable and lets me inch my hand close enough to get a grab on it. Quite a good technique if the crayfish start backing up, is to just slow down and just give them a chance to relax. Do something else with your fingers. Kind of fools the crayfish into making it think you're not after them. But yeah, carry along the crack, having a look here, and I see a few more crayfish, but I'm out of breath, so just head back to the surface.
Right, we're on the board. I think that'll be legal.
And it was legal after I measured it, so in the bag it went. Yeah, got myself back into position, got back down onto the ledge here, and I've got this nice little group of crayfish here. Problem is that when I hit one, I'm going to disturb the others, so it's a bit of a shame really, but there was not really much I could do about it, and so I just go for this one here, get an easy grab on it, and then just decide that rather than trying to get those other three, I'll move along. And I've got this one in here, but it's not going to be very easy. I'm going to have to get myself sideways and work my way in, so I just carry on. And you can see there's quite a decent number of crayfish here, so I am just looking for something that's going to be reasonably easy to grab with one hand. And yeah, see these two here, and I actually line the back one up, have a go at it, and miss it. So just head back to the surface again.
Stuffed that up, but got one anyway.
But at least I got one crayfish out of it, and it's another one for the bag. So once again I drop and I come down a little bit further along the ledge this time. So I just carry along. This ledge kind of has crayfish on quite a reasonable area of it. Like, it spans quite a bit of distance. So yeah, carry on, come across this guy and easy grab. No worries. And just carry along. Here's another one, and I'll make another quick grab with that one, but miss that one. Normally I'm pretty good for getting doubles, but today I am doing them one at a time.
It's a decent one.
It's a nice crayfish, this one, and it joins the other two in the bag. So if we didn't have a permit, that would have been my legal limit. But we had a permit for 30 crayfish. Chace had organised it all. So that meant we were on the mission to get as many as we could, pretty much, up to 30. I didn't think we'd get 30, but we wanted a decent haul for the birthday. So yeah, once again, here's another one, and I just put my hand out, and this one comes walking towards me. And so I just wait until I'm close enough, get a grab on it. It's a little bit messy getting it out, but I make it out in the end. And that is crayfish number 4 for me. Back down there again, and what I've got here is a great technique to use when the crayfish start to back away. So this one just starts to back away a bit, so I get my fingers and I start scratching the rock a little bit, and it distracts the crayfish, and I'm able to slowly bring my other hand up underneath the crayfish while it's distracted and give it a grab. Crayfish number 5 joins the others in the bag. We're going pretty good. So back down there again, when I'd pulled that last crayfish out, I'd seen there was another one just tucked up in behind a rock in the crack here. So I worked my way in, and you can just see it here tucked up behind the rock, and I have a grab at it, but I don't get it. It's a bit hard to operate there. I was going more by feel than sight. But anyway, I come further along, and is this guy sitting here. So line this one up and I managed to get a hand to it. And once again, not the cleanest grab, but in the end I secure it and head back to the surface. And that is number 6 for me. I'd pretty much worked that whole area, and I was on my way to another area when I found this Paua here. Nice big fat Paua, so couldn't really say no to that.
Nice big fat Paua, you beauty.
So I found the next spot I was looking for, and this was actually the spot that me and Chace found about a year ago on a little kayak mission, and it had replenished nicely since the last time I'd been there. So this first dive I just went along having a look at all the crayfish in there, and it is loaded. This is an awesome spot and just seems to attract the crayfish. Something about the area, there's not a real big deep hole for them to hide in or anything, but for some reason it just attracts crayfish. So yeah, I just go along having a look at them all, having a really nice look, and seeing how many are in there. And there's probably, I don't know, maybe 25 crayfish in this hole. So just go along, and I've got this one here on its own, so I decide I'll take it, give it the grab, and head back to the surface.
Hey, I found that hole. It's loaded. It's absolutely loaded. I just pulled one out of it so far, but it's kind of pretty much, should be still pretty much undisturbed if you want to go down and have a crack at it. Yeah, just follow my gun rope. I'll follow you down because I'll film you.
So I follow Chace down this time, and yeah, he puts his gun down so he can mark the crack, and then he gets straight into it, straight into the first one. Gives him a little bit of a battle, but he gets it under control. Then he quickly grabs another one and heads back to the surface. A couple of crayfish in his hand.
Nice, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty nice to see how Chace's diving has improved over the years. He has got a lot better and is getting very good at getting crayfish these days. So that was a couple for his bag. And I decided to leave him to that hole, to work that hole. I knew he'd get a decent haul out of it, and I thought he should probably have the mana of being the one to catch the most crayfish, since it was for his uncle's birthday. So I moved on and started trying to do a bit of spearfishing, and I found this beautiful school of Koherau, and I was kind of almost lined one up then when that kahawai came by and distracted me a little bit, but I just carry on watching the school, and when I get a bead on a nice fat one, I pull the trigger. And I sort of don't pull it in super fast. I'm almost hoping a little bit that maybe a kingfish will show up, but get the koe to me in the end when it looks like it's about to rip off. I get my knife out, give it the icky, and I'm pretty stoked. It's a nice fat koe and they make excellent sashimi. So I slit its throat, get the blood out of it, and I'm pretty excited because they are so tasty. So I end up heading in close to get a few paua. Sort of wasn't really seeing a lot of fish, or a lot of snapper or anything, so start on the paua buzz, and I haven't got a paua knife, I've only got my dive knife, so I'm actually measuring the paua on the rock before I pop them off. You don't want to pop paua off with a knife that will cut them if you're not sure you're going to take them. They are hemophiliacs, and so when they start bleeding, they'll bleed to death. So yeah, just take the measure and measuring them to make sure that they're legal before I pop them off. Some of them, like this one, it was obvious that it was legal, there was no need to measure it. And yeah, just get into it. There wasn't a huge amount of paua I found, but there was enough, and after a bit of gathering I ended up with 5 nice fat paua to take home. Alright, we're back. Made it back. What an awesome dive that was. Crayfish on. That was so cool. Really nice to get a decent haul. I think we got pretty much nearly what we were permitted for. So we're pretty happy with that. And yeah, I managed a few paua at the end, just a bit for a feed, a couple of kinas. Pretty happy. We are just cleaning up our gear now. Chace has just been down washing his sand off his gun and fins. He's still got to get out of his suit and stuff. I might chuck the drone up, have a little flight while he's getting ready, and then we'll be probably getting out of here. I hope it's not too windy for the drone. It might be too windy. I always feel a little sense of regret leaving this place. It's so beautiful, and it's such a privilege to be able to come down here. Alright, we made it back to Chace's place. We've got a stack of crays. I'm taking a couple home, and yeah, I think we ended up with, what did we say?
I think we come with
19 or 20 or something?
19, 20. I think it might have been 20 actually.
Awesome.
Mean.
So yeah, that's craze for the birthday. Yep. I've also got in my bag here a couple of kinas. I think I got 5 paua and the koe that I shot. So that'll be a good little mixed bag of a feed for me. So yeah, I'm going to collect my crays and get out of here. So back at home, I filleted up the Koherau and skinned the fillets. Took the pin bones out, and then got to work slicing up the fillets into nice little bite-sized pieces. A little bit of soy sauce in a bowl, and some wasabi on the side, and that completed the dish. Oh, delicious. Alright, it's a couple of days later. We're finally dealing with all this kai moana. We just had a kai on the kinas, and oh, they were fat and creamy, and then after I finished eating them I thought, oh, probably should have pulled the camera out. So anyway, I am prepping up some paua now. We're going to do a little pauas and cream, and we got one crayfish. We had a crayfish the other night, but we've got one crayfish, a couple of paua left, but I think the bro Wade here is going to take them. They're going to make their way back to Kaitaiki with him, and yeah, he's going to take these kids away, and whoa! Whoopsies.
What about to happen?
Yeah. I'm going to make a quick Pauas and cream. It's going to be our dinner tonight, and that's it. So the first thing I do after I've shelled the Paua is drop them in a pot of boiling water for between 30 and 40 seconds, and then pull them straight out and into cold water in the sink, and that softens them up, makes all the black bits really nice and soft. Then cut them into chunks, slice up some onions, and then fry off the onions in a bit of oil in the pan. Just brown them off, and then chuck the Paua in, a nice diced up Paua. And I like to fry that, just lightly fry it. It usually only takes a couple of minutes. Keep it moving around the pan. You do not want to overcook it because it'll make it tough. But then I pull the Paua out, take it out, put the Paua in a bowl, and add some butter to the pan, a little bit of flour, and brown off the flour a little bit. And then to that roux, I start adding cream bit by piece. And basically just make up a really nice bit of thickened cream. And once I'm happy with it, I pour it into the bowl with the Paua. And the final ingredient is salt from our high-class crystal salt shaker. And it's ready to go. Alrighty, get our Pauas and cream all done. It's I probably would have actually made a little bit of a creamier mix if I'd had a bit more cream, but it was pretty much running out. But anyway, it's pretty good. We'll give it a try, see what it's like. Yeah. Alright, well, I've just finished editing this video and once again realised I didn't really film an outro, so here it is. It was great to catch up with Chace, great to be able to help him out getting the crayfish for his uncle's 50th birthday party. I'm pretty sure that would have all gone down pretty well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm going to say thanks for watching, and we will see you in that next one. Cheers.